A lot of developers don't think enough about code complexity. They simply write code or copy it from ChatGPT, but they don't think how complex their code is and if it is easy or not to modify it, improve, or support. This is why by the end of this video you will understand how to structure your code in an easy way. And the sponsor of this video is Verpex. Verpex offers a full range of hosting services from reseller and VPS hosting to shared hosting, dedicated servers, and domain registration. Whenever you are running your personal website, an online business, or even your own hosting company, Verpex has options for you. If you want to start your own hosting business or manage multiple websites easily, reseller hosting includes cPanel, automated daily backups, and 24/7 support. You can set your own pricing, create hosting plans, and let Verpex handle the infrastructure. If you need more performance, then VPS hosting gives you dedicated resources and data centers worldwide. If you need even more power, dedicated servers provide full hardware access with no resource sharing. So if you are looking for scalable and affordable hosting, check out Verpex. You can find the link in the description box below. With that being said, let's jump into the video. So first of all, what is code complexity? Code complexity refers to how difficult the code is to understand, maintain, and modify. So first of all, let's have a look on the complex code and easy code. And you need to understand that even several lines of code can be a complex code. So it is important to see the complexity of the code before it will become big. So here we have a calculate function with 3 arguments and if else, if else, if else. And for sure you want to say, okay, this is an extremely easy code, I can read it just fine. But this is wrong, it is not an easy code, it is a complex code. And complex code doesn't mean difficult, just the code complexity is higher. Let's have a look on exactly the same code. We have a function calculate, where we call our operation from the mapping of operations, and we are passing arguments inside. Is this code more difficult to understand from the first glance? Yes, sure. Here we had if else, it was trivial to understand. Here we need at least to think and understand, okay, we have a mapping here with our operations, and on the right is function that we are calling. Now inside what we are checking, if we have such operation, then we are calling it with these arguments. It is slightly more difficult to understand, but code complexity is much lower. Why is that? It is because this code is easier to maintain and modify. When we have a mapping of our operations, we can easily add a new operation and this code will work without any changes. If we have if-else conditions, we need to add one more condition and one more condition, and it makes our code more and more complex. The next question is why code complexity matters, because we are writing code just fine every single day and we don't think about code complexity. We simply write code, sometimes it is easy to understand, sometimes no. But actually complex code is more difficult to debug, it slows your development with time and it increases technical depth. So let's have a look on this example. Here we have a process user function where inside we have some logic. And most developers would agree that this is not the best code. Yes, it is easy because you just have an if condition, but essentially, first of all, you have an if condition with lots of checks inside, and you have additionally a ternary operator inside. So this is kind of an if condition inside an if condition. This code is actually unclear, harder to debug and support. We can change it just to improve clarity. Here we have 2 different functions, process user just like we had, and additionally get user age. Now our code is not so complex because we don't need to read the whole block like we need here. We just see a single line, get user age, we're passing inside user, we're getting age. This is trivial to understand. Additionally, here inside getUserAge, we're using Elvis operators in order to access nested property. And even here I would argue that it is not the best idea to write 2 ternary operators at once like we wrote here, but it is kind of okay because it is just a single liner and it is almost readable. But I would improve it even more and add one more if condition inside. And now we're coming to measuring code complexity. So obviously, in order to avoid writing complex code, you need to understand when your code is complex. And there is such term which is called high cyclomatic complexity. It simply means that you have too many paths in your code. Let's have a look on this function. We have a check access function where inside we are passing a user, and we have lots of different conditions. So first of all, we're checking if it is an admin, then we're checking if the user is active, and then we're returning here different strings. This is a highly complex code. The code complexity of such code is high because we have too many paths. And here is a refactored version. We have our check access function exactly like here on the top. And what we have here is again a mapping, just like in the first example, with a function that will check some logic. In this case, we simplify our code a lot because we have just a single path. We're selecting specific key based on a user role. We don't have this nested, messy if-else conditions. So almost always, mapping of your data reduces complexity. So always remember, if you start writing an if inside an if inside an if, so you have a deeply nested conditioning, you increases code complexity. It is always better to leverage Elvis operator to solve this problem. And actually, single responsibility principle from the solid helps a lot to reduce code complexity. Here we have a handle user function where we're doing too much stuff inside. And it is not a great idea to have too many responsibilities inside your function. If we are following here single responsibility principle, then we can move all these functions from our main handle user function. So here we had everything in one function. Now we have three separate functions, like update last login, notify user, and save user. And this code is much easier to debug because you have a separate thing which is doing some isolated change. So what is the best way to reduce complexity? It is to write smaller and more focused functions. Again, here we have a calculate discount function where we have lots of logic and calculations. And it is complex even when we have here like 8 lines of code. By splitting this into two different functions, it is extremely easy to understand. We have here a calculate discount function with price minus price multiplying by get discount rate, and inside we're calculating a discounting rate. Again, single responsibility and small functions. Additionally, we have tools that help you to analyze code complexity. This is ESLint, Prettier, and ZonaCube. They can notify you when you have a lot of nested if conditions or too many lines inside your functions. Then it makes sense to split your function in several. For example, ESLint will notify you if you have more than 5 decision points inside your function, like 5 if conditions. And I highly recommend you to leverage functional methods in JavaScript instead of loops in order to bring clarity and reducing complexity of your code. Here we have just a for loop to calculate total of all processed orders. This is not a great code. And here we're using filter and reduce from JavaScript to bring clarity. We don't even need to create additional functions because we're leveraging native JavaScript functions. But here is my final thought, which is extremely important. We're writing our code for other people, not for the computer. This is why you must always think not just how to make your code less complex, but if it is really easier to understand this way. It might be that having just a single, bigger function is more understandable for a junior developer, and when you split your function into 5 different pieces, then it becomes more difficult. So keep your code as simple as possible, but not simpler. And if you are interested to prepare to the interview or learn deeply technologies like Angular or React, I have lots of advanced courses on my website with a single monthly subscription. So don't forget to check it out.